Hey friends, it's Rosalind. Welcome back to our gardens and our tiny farm. Today is a very exciting day. We are going to my favorite local greenhouse. They have David Austin roses. We are just going to walk through the greenhouse, enjoy the beauty in there. So the goal is every year I like to add at least one new David Austin rose to the gardens, one that I've never grown before. So the goal for today is to hopefully come home with at least one new David Austin rose and maybe even a couple of perennials to add into the new garden that is on the west side of the greenhouse. Another thing that we are going to be doing when we come back home is just working on the layout of the new flower bed that is on the west side of the greenhouse. I kind of have an idea of what I'd like to put in there, maybe a hydrangea, maybe some roses. So we'll have to see what we can find at the greenhouse today, but make yourself a cup of coffee or tea and let's go do some plant shopping. The greenhouse we're visiting today is called Bite Greenhouses, and it's about a 40-minute drive from our house, so that's why I usually only go once a year. But there is just something about walking into a greenhouse this time of year. Everything is full of life and color, and your mind immediately starts racking up all the possibilities of where these plants would fit into your own garden. The David Austin roses are one of my favorite parts about this particular greenhouse. The blooms are so full and romantic. I love seeing all the different varieties and, of course, again, imagining where they could go in the garden. Another thing I very much appreciate about this greenhouse is the signs that they have with each plant variety giving all the details about it, and they have the most amazing herb section. I think we definitely found quite a few plants to add into the garden. Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed that trip to my favorite greenhouse yesterday. We brought home quite a few plants. It is currently raining. It's been kind of a mix of weather today. We've had periods of rain and then the sun shines. So while it's raining, we are just going to look at all the plants that we picked up yesterday. And according to the radar, it's supposed to quit raining in about an hour. Then we are going to pop outside and just kind of lay out the garden bed out here. And all of the plants we picked up yesterday. One full flat of like herbs and perennials. We have one whole flat of the prettiest alyssum that I want to plant out into the new border as a ground cover. It'll bring color all season. And alyssum has just a delightful scent. Behind the alyssum, we have a whole bunch of climbing plants that we picked up as well. Oh my goodness, they're so pretty. We'll take a look at them in just a second. So every year, like I said, I like to add at least one new David Austin rose to the garden. And I also like to add one hellebore or Lenten rose to the garden as well. I do have two other of the wedding party series. Oh, they're so pretty with their double blooms. So adding another one to the shade garden. In the flat of perennials, we got three delphiniums to add into the cut flower garden border. And these, they don't have the tag in them, but they were called Cherry Fountain, or is it Magic Fountain Cherry Blossom Delphinium? They're so pretty. Got a new mint for the herb garden. This will be added into a planter. I never saw mojito mint before. And it said that it's especially made for mojitos instead of just like a regular mint, and it smells so nice. We did end up getting the pineapple sage. I had been looking for this plant for, I think this was the third year I'd been looking for pineapple sage. Finally found one at a garden center. This is great to use like in tea. So that will be going into the herb garden as well. Oh, that mint smells so good. So along with the alyssum, we are going to add a whole bunch of the Victoria Blue Salvia into the new garden border to attract pollinators, the hummingbirds, and some broccoli because my seeds didn't germinate for some reason. This will be going into the raised beds along with the lettuce and the peas that we planted earlier. Now for the fun part, the shrub and our climbing plants. Oh, I'm so excited. I had shared this in past videos, but the focus for the gardens this year is to add a lot of vines to make everything feel more romantic. So this is what we got. The first one, I wish I could share this scent with you. I have never smelled jasmine before, and it is an annual here in our growing zone 5B/6A because this is a tropical plant, star jasmine. And, it does say that it grows 20 feet tall, but obviously it won't reach that height here. We are just going to grow it in here in the greenhouse. We're going to pot it up, probably not today, but later we're going to pot it up and just have it growing in this corner all summer. I think it'll be so sweet. The next one is a Gatsby Gal oak leaf hydrangea. I've had this one on my wish list for a while, so it gets gorgeous fall color. This one is going to be planted on the west side of the greenhouse. It can take sun, part shade, 5 to 6 feet tall and wide. So I think it's going to be perfect for the side of the greenhouse. Our next vine is a passion flower. So I had tried to grow this one from seed. I didn't have very much success. This one is going out on the new white fence that we are putting around the cut flower garden. I just thought those purple flowers against the white fence would be so pretty and striking. Our next vine is a clematis, and it is gorgeous. I've had my eyes on this one for a long time, and they only had one left. It has those gorgeous double blooms, Duchess of Edinburgh. I mean, oh my goodness. I think we're going to train this on the white fence as well, kind of beside the purple passion flower. Maybe have those two growing together. And we saved the best one for last. Our David Austin rose. This is a climbing rose. I have grown climbing roses before, but never from David Austin. This one is called Bathsheba, and it's a short climber, so I thought that would be a good one to start out with. It grows 10 feet tall, has a medium to strong scent, repeat flowering, and it grows in zones 5 through 9. But oh my goodness, those blooms! Oh, I just can't wait. It's still raining, so we aren't going to step outside just quite yet. But this is what the plans are. Right in here between the greenhouse and the herb garden, I would like to have an arbor with the Bathsheba rose growing up on it. I mean, can you just picture that with maybe a seating area either right underneath it or in front of it? One other thing that we're going to be planting in the bed out here by the greenhouse, we won't get it planted today, but I did want to share it with you, is some gladiolas that Eden Brothers sent over. And this is, oh my goodness, they're so pretty. This one is called Pink Haze Mix. And then we have one that is called Cherry Candy. So I think there's 30 gladiolas altogether. And we're just going to plant them in mass out here think it's going to be so striking against the white of the greenhouse. We have a pause in the rain. The sun's peeking through just a little bit, so we are going to work quickly before it starts raining again. So our native soil is actually, it's kind of clay with sand, and it's quite compacted, especially in areas like this where it used to be grass. So what I've been doing around the gardens to kind of soften it up is I will lay down either cardboard or like craft paper first, and then I will cover it in compost and then top that with mulch. You just let it sit for up to a month, sometimes a bit longer, and it'll soften up that soil. So that's what we are going to be doing in this new bed. Well, unfortunately, we ran out of mulch. You can see right back here and right along the fence, we still need a little bit to cover the craft paper, and these railroad ties aren't finished. I need help moving them around. They're so heavy. So we do plan on taking some pieces off of these and just kind of fitting it in to make it look nice. But let's go get the plants and see what it looks like with the plants in here. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. The Gatsby Gal oak leaf hydrangea, like right in here, since it can grow 6 feet wide, it would really like just cover this whole space. But I'm wondering, should we do a rose on each side, or should we come in with maybe bobo hydrangeas or more oak leaf hydrangeas? I would love to hear what you guys think. Okay, brought the roses out so you can see what it looks like with the oak leaf hydrangea. Right in here, we do have a magnolia tree, which will grow, maybe 10 to 15 feet tall. And right in here, we will have an arbor for the entrance into this garden with a clematis growing up on it. This is the roses that we have. This one is Forever Amber Floribunda Rose. So pretty. And the Honey Dijon Rose. And both of these grow 4 to 5 feet tall, which would be, about a foot shorter than the hydrangea itself. Oh, such a pretty rose. So this bed is 12 feet wide and about 8 feet deep. But I would love to hear, would you do hydrangeas on each side of the oak leaf hydrangea and then scooch the roses forward? Or would you flank the oak leaf hydrangea with roses? Let me know. I'm just going to sit with this for a couple of days, kind of see what I think, and I would love to hear what you guys think about it. This flower bed is definitely deep enough that we can have our tall plants in the back and then fill up the rest of the bed with just some gorgeous plants. We'll have our gladiolas kind of along the fence back in here, but the oak leaf hydrangea I'm so excited about because if it reaches 6 feet tall, it'll come to about here and hopefully cast shade into the greenhouse at night. This is just the beginning of the season, and I'm so excited to keep sharing each step with you.